nutrition, and I started my business in January. It was kind of something I did on a whim. It's been a dream for a few years because I fell in love with yoga a long time ago, and through some roller coaster rides in my life, I spent a fair few years not taking care of myself. And when I did yoga all those years ago before the roller coaster happened, I remembered who I was. It was like, I was a smoker then, and I was doing yoga 4 to 5 times a week, and smoking just kind of fell off, And then I did yoga for about a year, and then the roller coaster happened. And it wasn't until I spent some time in prison that my love for yoga was renewed. I met some wonderful people in there, and the style of yoga that I teach now is something that I was taught while I was in incarceration, and I fell in love with it because when you just sit and be still and so the style of yoga I teach is slow and it's long hold, so you can be in a pose for about 5 minutes. So that's a lot of time for your mind to go around in circles. Yeah. But when I learnt this, and it was the first time I'd done this style of yoga, because the yoga I first started doing was quite fast and in a hot room, 40-degree yoga in a hot room, and I was like, yeah, I love this. But I think back then I was more worried about how I looked rather than how I felt. And yoga is about how you feel. So coming into that different style and learning that, it absolutely changed my life, and I was able to connect to myself again after years of not doing so. So from then, and that was end of 2018. So I went in and I met some yoga teachers in there, and they started teaching me. And then I moved to a rehabilitation prison in Perth, and the yoga teachers that came in there actually allowed me to start teaching classes whilst I was in there. And that's when I did my fitness instructing course as well. So it was a great journey. It brought me back to me. And that style of yoga that I learnt in there for the first time, the yin style of yoga, which is just slow, and 5-minute poses and closing the eyes and just really connecting with yourself, it changed me. I'd do one of those yoga classes and I would want to go to bed. I'd be that relaxed that I'd want to go back and just go to bed. And so I really feel like that is beneficial to be sharing with people. To just, we have busy lives, we work 9 to 5, or we have jobs and we have busy lives. So I think it's really important, even if it's an hour a week, for you to be able to just have that time with someone guiding you to stop and be still and stop the mind from going as much and allow the body to move into different positions. If you're sitting at a desk all day, you're sitting like this all day, you want to be able to just open the body and, give your body back some energy that is taken from these times. So that's why I decided to teach one-on-one yoga. So I go to people's homes to teach yoga. The clients I have at this time are all through word of mouth, through people that I have met since being back out in the community. And I love it. And I think for a lot of people too, some people feel uncomfortable going to a yoga class. They'll compare themselves to others, think that they have to be looking like the teacher does, and there's lots of reasons why people want to do yoga at home. So that's the service that I offer, and I do small groups as well, up to 4, but depending. Tomorrow night I'm actually teaching yoga to about 15 women at a full moon circle, so branching out. And I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to running this business. I am doing good, I think, but there's a lot for me to learn, with marketing. I teach meditation as well, so I'd like to start a podcast. But, you know, there's lots of things, and I think one step at a time is good as well. So that's about where I'm at. I'm not sure if I've left anything out. I don't think so. So I'm based in Rockingham, but I do travel, and I like to keep it probably less than 45 minutes, you know, between 30 to 40 minutes I will travel. Any more than that, I think I'm charging for petrol, but I haven't got any clients like that yet. So we'll just see what happens with that.
So Sarah, how can this community help you? Do you have a question for us?
Well, I've been struggling with the question. Yeah. The question that came to me yesterday and today is around marketing. I've started to show up on social media, and I wasn't really sure about sharing my prison story, but I did it because I thought, well, it's all of me. That's just a part of me, but I want to show up as all of me, you know. So I've started showing up on social media, but I think I need some help with marketing, content, and how to make friends with it, because I'm not really a fan of being on the computer or on the phone a lot, although there are times when I do get distracted by it. But how can I make friends with it so that I dedicate time to marketing to actually get the most out of it without spending a lot of time on it? So I guess my question is, how do I make friends with marketing?
Great question.
So what about community?
Yeah.
Want to share with Sarah around making friends with marketing?
Especially social media.
I think one of the ways you'll make friends with it is if you start putting some posts up and people start engaging with you, and you start having, you start connecting with people and people giving you feedback and comments, and that, that's can be uplifting because people are reading what you're saying and interested in what you've got to offer,
Leslie, what might those posts look like? Are you talking about videos? Are you talking about
Well, the
photos?
range. Everybody's raving about videos. I don't do a lot of videos personally because I haven't got into that. I think really, I think it's about your story, and it's about sharing what you're doing and why you're doing, and things that people can relate to, and giving away help. Because obviously it's not just the yoga. You've got a whole range of things around health that you're interested in. So you've got a lot that you could share that a lot of people out there, I believe, would be interested in.
That was the intention that I made to do that once a week. And when you said live videos, I found that the live videos have had the most engagement, but I also want content, so.
Have a plan.
That's right, a strategy around your content.
And don't be scared to share your vulnerabilities.
No, I'm not scared of doing that. No.
Yeah, so we want you to be the perfect imperfect you.
Yeah.
So you walk on both the light and the dark.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you've been in prison, that's that's part of your story. Make sure that's out there, and
Dave, what might a plan look like?
Well, it will look like, I think the best way. Have you read Hero's Journey
No,
by Joseph Campbell?
but someone was telling me about that about a week ago.
Yeah. A
There you
plan
go,
will look
it's
like,
twice now.
Of course.
Means you've got to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
well, it looks like it's a 12-point rotating cycle that you see in every book, feed, movie, TV show.
Okay.
Just think like, you look at Star Wars, you got Luke Skywalker, he was a ordinary farm boy, met Obi-Wan Kenobi, went onto the Death Star, fought Darth Vader, came back, blew up the Death Star, came back bigger and better.
Okay.
But that repeats in every film.
Yep.
It's basically part of our mental training. So the point is, look at how you can go back from adversity, how you come stronger, but don't be scared to know where you came from.
So Dave, would the hero's journey then be presented in each post Or would it
It'd be an
perhaps be
overall-
trickled out
it'd be trickled
to
out.
create the story?
Yeah,
Okay.
trickled out. If I, part of my services as a podcast
Mm.
coach, I do offer how do you build up your storylines.
Okay.
I can also go really deeper into like building up what's known as your archetype.
Ooh, I like the sound.
And of course, the podcast in itself becomes content
Yeah.
that can then be shared and
Yeah.
posted and
Yeah.
Yeah.
what have you as well.
So you can also repurpose all that content. So if you film it, it becomes video. Of course, podcast audio. The written words, the transcripts become a blog, which is good for SEO. So what you're creating is a whole ecosystem of your content.
Mm.
Gay, did you?
Thank
Sorry,
you.
go on.
So I've got a couple of points.
Yeah.
One is brand photographer can be massively helpful with imagery to get content
Mm.
for you. And then secondly, with the friends, I found success in replying to stories in the DM, so you get the conversation started and just connecting with your followers and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd second the photography. My wife went out, she doesn't have business, so it's sort of a bit strange that she went with a couple of her friends and got a photographer and took photos of her skateboarding and with her skateboard, because that you found yoga, she discovered skateboarding, she didn't go to prison, but in a way she was at home, stuck, you know, kids, identity crisis, you know, she was never a mother, then she was a mother, but what did you do, you know, so she went back to skateboarding, and yeah, she got a bunch of photos taken, that's absolutely fantastic photos, and she made a website and put them up there just because, but then she also went along to these women's clinics, and then she just did and some interviews for people that, again, she doesn't have business. From that, she got 2 TV spots, like talking about skateboarding. From that, she got asked to be the treasurer of the Skateboarding WA non-profit association. That didn't go through, but she's now working as a skate coach and has since taken some more photos, and they've come through in press releases. It's just really handy to have high quality, nice photos that show what you love, because as soon as you want to do that, and my own business, my partner, we went and got some photography done, initially by his wife and then by another person, and you produce a press release and hand it to a local press. If you've got some nice photos and a nice bit of story, they don't have to do any work. And let's face it, when you're talking about, you know, Mandurah Mail, Coastal Times, whatever it's out in Bunbury way, there's not a lot of super exciting news, but they really love local people and stories. If you've already got a photo, you've got a story, they'll print it.
Yeah, there's no real journalism
Yeah.
anymore, they just put together whatever you hand
It just goes in there, and then it's straight on the website. Everything, you know, definitely get yourself a bunch of photos taken. Just doing the things you enjoy doing, looking genuine.
That's good advice.
Other ideas?
That would make it easier for us to then share it on associated companies, associated things that would be where we cross promote. for you.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it makes it nice and simple.
One of the things I noticed, Sarah, because I had to put your, you know, stuff together, and I do apologise. I saw the spelling mistake immediately, and I went into, what do I do? Do I stop? Do I interrupt? No, I've just let it flow. I do apologise. A typo, not a spelling
I
mistake.
wouldn't have even noticed.
Anyway, I did. Have you thought about putting or having a logo designed?
I have. I actually
Yeah.
just wrote that down in my
Awesome.
journal.
Logo, definitely. And
Yeah.
also on your Facebook page, you've got a link to your website, but it's not actually a website.
No,
Yet.
'cause I haven't activated it. I've
So
got
even
the
just a
domain.
page, yeah, just
I've
a,
got the domain, but I haven't got anything else.
yeah. This lovely lady here can help you. Just get a page up, even if it's just a static page.
Or
Yeah.
drop the link so that it's not linking to nothing.
Or drop the
until
link,
it's
yeah.
written.
Oh.
Yeah, because the
Good
link
point.
is on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when
Okay.
you're looking at Facebook, just go through your page, and I mean it's pretty good
Okay.
these days. It'll prompt you
Yes.
as to what to do. But they were just 2 things I noticed. So yeah, it's awesome that you're onto it already.
And
I was thinking what Dave said is a great thing. You need a plan. especially because I hear that you're hesitant to be social on social media. And what I see with a lot of people is if they actually don't like it, it's never going to work.
Yeah.
But maybe you can still make it work, but you need that plan. But what do you want to get out of it, and how's the best way that you can do it with your business?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would really look at that and then see if social media is the best platform for you to be,
Yeah.
or if there maybe is a better way to promote yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thought I had. If it's not social media, what else is out there, and is that going to work better?
And free is pretty handy as
Free
well.
is definitely handy for me. Yes, free or minimal at this point in time. Yeah. Yeah.
When the business isn't heavily monetised.
No, it's not. No.
Sorry, Anne?
I was always told with social media, make sure your business page and your personal page align. For example, on your business page, don't say you're into organic foods and fresh foods and that. And then on your personal page, all you've got is photos of you at the local fast food shop, because that says, okay, which is which. This looks like her, she's lying on her business page about that. What else is she lying about? So if you're into organic food on your business page, you have the organic food on your personal page. People will look and connect. And also be very mindful of your clients and their thoughts. There's a lot around at the moment about the COVID vaccination, i.e. anti-vax, pro-vax. Be very careful about putting that up on either your personal or your business page, because if you say you're pro-vax, you're going to lose your anti-vax clients. If you say you're anti-vax, you're going to lose your pro-vax clients. So anything that's slightly political or could be a divide, be careful you don't lose clients by being on one side or another.
Okay. It's interesting what becomes political. So if you're a yoga teacher, being vegan isn't political at all, but if you're in a different context, being vegan would be highly political.
Well, you can still definitely, it's still important to like be really clear about your niche market. So your market might be vegan, you know, pro-vax, you know, like that could be your target market.
Just do a persona.
Yeah.
A persona should be your fictional representation of the 20% of your market that's bringing in 80% of your revenue. So it would be someone like, I know, 30, age in Rockingham, give her name, Jessica. You should go through and then look at where her pain points are and what's your solutions to those. That should be right at the start of your marketing. That way it will dictate what your whole strategy behind your marketing.
And it sounds like you have a sense of that because you're actually going to people's homes and you're doing this really niche style of your business.
Yeah.
So sort of drilling down into that would probably be wise, and then you can hone that marketing to that avatar, that person that Dave's describing.
I've got a feeling that at some stage you're going to be asking yourself the question, is yin yoga my product, or is my journey the product that I'm selling? Because you have a very unique experience to share and you're willing to share it. That's unusual.
Yeah.
That could be your your unique selling point. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether it's yin yoga or essential oils or whatever it is, it'll actually be more about you and your journey and your story. Yeah. That's just my intuition.
And we've moved into this concept of attraction marketing now, haven't we? So we're really buying the person and we're buying into you, and whatever you've got, we're in for it.
Yeah.
Because we really like you and we just want to be attached to what you've got to offer.
Groovy.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Thank you,